Okay, so welcome back to the Signbiz CPL Women's final this afternoon, and we have fronting up Harewood versus Marist in this big match up today. So Harewood have come through from last week playing the minor final of third and fourth to then coming through, and unfortunately Georgia, and I haven't introduced yet, this is Georgia Leslie's next to me today as the co-commentator. So I've just been roped in the last 5 seconds to help out today. She played Harewood in the minor semi-final last week for the third and fourth, and I believe it was a pretty tough match. Yeah, it was a pretty tough match. Harewood always come out strong. A lot of attacking flair up at the top of the field and defend well too. So they did really well to get into the semi-final versus Carlton Redcliffs, where they played an amazing game to make it to the final. You know, I've heard reports from other people that they absolutely played out of their skin, and one of the officials that were watching said it was some of the best hockey they'd seen in the women's comp this year. So, yeah, good work from Harewood. Marist, I don't know too much about this year, Georgie. Marist have had a really strong season. Again, a lot of attacking flair up front. They've come through. The last time they played Harewood, they actually beat them by a few goals. Harewood were down a few players that week, but should be a really exciting match. I think Marist are pretty determined to get the win this year. Well, of course, the men's team's just taken away the men's final and a good match against Carlton Redcliffs, so they'll be up for double blood, and the club will be looking for a great celebration tonight. But is Harewood going to ruin the party? Yeah, I know Harewood at finals time, it's definitely their territory. I see Marist have never won a CPL final, so it'll be interesting to see if they can upset the apple cart. Here we are about to start, and very quickly we've got Marist on the lead and with a counter attack, and yeah, we'll be interested to see this. I've umpired a couple of women's games this year, Georgie, but I just really haven't seen the overall competition. So this will be interesting. I've had Harewood, and I actually wasn't overly, no disrespect to the Harewood people, they played Hornby, and I didn't think they played that well about 4 or 5 weeks ago. So they've obviously picked up their strength. So here we have Marist just trying to probe the 22, quick turnover and a 16. Marist looked to full press there, really applying the pressure to the Harewood defence. Okay. So who are the players that we need to be looking at today, Georgia? So there's multiple people out there who have recently been selected in the Cats. So you've got Millie Calder on the ball right now, and in the midfield as well for Harewood, you've got Georgie Mackay-Stewart, number 12, Charlotte Lee, number 5. You've also got up front, you've got Bree Catley and Bella Ambrosia, so pretty lethal in the circle. Yep. No, I watched Bella since she was playing high school, and she's always impressed me, and at Mary tournaments, using the Mary as quite an athletic player. So here we have Marist coming over the point, and this is a one-on-one. Now I don't know the player names here, so you'll have to help me out at times, but we've got Marist coming into the attacking circle here, putting early pressure onto the circle. It's Anna Willocks on the ball. She's just recently been selected in the Cats, new addition to the Marist team this year. And unfortunately she'll be a bit disappointed there, because she actually put the ball on the foot on the top of the circle, so just missed by our umpire there. Now, I think we've got Rachel Mercer and Alex Stewart, I think, are our officials today. And I apologise, Essence, I've got your surname wrong. So Georgia, just while we got the break, you play for high school boys. You guys make top 4 for the first time in 3 or 4 seasons, I believe. Yes, made the top 4, which was super exciting, a goal of ours this year. We've had some great battles with these 2 teams on the field. So disappointing to not make it through to this stage, but yeah, we've been having a really great year, which is awesome for the club. Yeah, it's awesome. So your coach is Jack Gilbert, so he plays for the Premier Men, and the Premier Men just lost out to Marist in their minor semi-final, or their major semi-final on Thursday night. So
Yeah, so the Marist men played midweek and so did the Harewood women, so it will be interesting to see if they can hold up through the whole game.
Of course. So just talking about the fitness, from your opinion, doesn't look like there's a lot of older women playing in these sides. I see Tom down in here with probably one of the older girls in both sides, to be honest, so quite young teams.
Yeah, Marist definitely a young team, and they've got Cara Morrison, who's at school, and also Keely Hughes. There goes Bella.
So we have Bella coming down on the left striker role. She's made circle entry. Can she She might pick up a PC here. Nope. So Bella just with the recycle with the ball. Again, cross ball. Nice save from the keeper.
Great save from Sasha. She had an absolute blinder versus Carlton last weekend, making them successful in the shootouts to get to this final.
Okay, so Carlton lost the major playoff through shootout? Okay.
Yes, yeah. Going back to the young players, you've also got Missy Surridge up front, so she won for St Margaret's last night versus Girls High in their final, so she'll be looking to make it 2 from 2.
Yeah, but she's also got to back it up with a strong effort today, so physically, 2 games on a row, both finals, it does exert a lot of energy, so and she'll be also preparing for secondary school finals or tournament week on, well, they'll be travelling next Sunday, I'd imagine, so a lot of hockey for them.
Jamie Eads going through the midfield there, attacking the circle. Just possessed by Alice Chevelle, but won a free hit.
So again, just another wee foot just outside the circle. So Marist just putting on a little bit of pressure here.
Marist will really look to use Caitlin Hughes in this situation. Played over 100 games for the club, so definitely one of their senior players.
So what number is she?
So she's the one chasing the ball right now, so number 8 for Marist.
Okay. Yeah, 100 games. She's been there 5 or 6 years at least.
Yes, definitely.
Almost from the time when they made Premier Hockey. I can't quite remember when Marist came in, about 2012, 2013 maybe.
Marist will look to be patient around the back. We've got Arabella Shield on the ball and Emily Baker.
So Emily Baker, her brother's just played in the previous final, so she'll be quite keen to make it a double for the family. That'll
Definitely,
be big.
bragging rights in the household.
Yep, their old man was probably one of the hard men of Canterbury rugby in the day. Probably still one of the hardest trainers out there. So you'd have to think just at the moment that Marist just looked to have the slight edge over Harewood as we go through. Oh, opportunity here.
Keely Hughes goes into the circle, but great tackle by Michaela Jones at the back there. Keely Hughes on the ball, sister of Caitlin Hughes, the 2 sisters in the team.
Okay. So just a wee wasted opportunity there. So just having a wee look at our coaches on the sideline. So Matt Ling is the coach for the Harewood side, a stalwart of Harewood hockey, and Joe Bartholomew takes off the defender role for the Premier men's side and steps in as coach for the Marist side. So again, he'll be looking for a double tonight and a good celebration.
Harewood will really want to get the ball up into their half and apply some pressure to the Marist defence, just struggling to get out at the moment.
So as a defensive unit, who would probably possibly have the strength there?
They're both pretty even, to be honest. They've got some experienced players around the back. Harewood look to play a back 3, Marist look to switch in and out of a back 3 and a 4, so various styles.
Yeah, and that will be the style of the coach as well and the player. That doesn't surprise me with Joe. Obviously, I know what Joe does within the men's side, and that's certainly in his style. again, just observing here that the difference between the sides just right now is that Harewood seem to be looking for the long pass to find their high strikers, and they've just been really cut off. So
they really want to try and get their screens into the game. Georgie Mackay-Stewart had a really strong game midweek for Harewood, so they'll want to pass the ball to her, transfer to the other side. Nice and calm out of defence from Millie Calder there.
Yeah, quick turnover here from Marist. Players coming forward, and she misses the pass coming into the circle. So restart 16. So again, we've just seen the ball turning over in that midfield. So Harewood's got to have a wee think about this. I mean, we're only halfway through the first quarter, but they're really struggling to get out of their own half. And that Marist screens, the defenders just seem to be shutting them down. So pressure building on Harewood.
Maddie Wadden on the ball, another one selected in the Cats this year. She's been playing really well, just come back from injury over the last couple of weeks though.
Okay. So probably nothing we're unexpected at the moment. Both sides just playing a wee bit cautiously. Just no huge gaps opening up. Harewood certainly playing with 11 person defence.
Marist will really look to find a PC in the circle. They got Annie Connell, drag flicker. She's scored a lot of goals for them this year, so they'll be wanting to get her name on the score sheet.
So did you mean it was at Annie Wilcott?
Annie Connell.
Annie Connell, okay.
Anna Wilcox has also scored 13 goals through the year for Marist, so pretty lethal in the circle.
Yeah.
Ellie Duncan on the ball now, looking to provide something for Harewood.
Good pressure. Can she get it round?
Good touch from Sasha in the goal there.
So one of the rare times that Harewood get out of the... Listen, every time they've got out of the half, they've actually created something.
They really look to carry the ball up front and use the creative flair.
Yep.
Another chance for Bree Catley, looking to drive the baseline.
So nice work here. Just a wee penalty outside the circle now. What can Harewood do with this? Yeah, again, just needs a wee bit of imagination there. That just was a bit of a wasted opportunity. So no one really working off her then.
Harewood really trying to prevent the transfer here with Ellie Duncan blocking off that line to the half. Managed to get out either way.
So good attacking period here into the circle. So let's go. Oh!
The crowd appealing for a stroke there.
Or a stroke, or certainly a PC. So yeah, I would have been expecting a PC on that one at least. Never mind, Harewood for the restart. Harewood need to have a wee thing about their post-ups here. You know, the Marist girls are actually, any passes coming through, they're aggressively posting up or getting in front of their attacker, and that's actually been the difference at the moment.
You would need to try and hold on to the ball as Marist have done. Just be patient, work their way into the attacking circle.
Well, we are seeing a better passage here from here. This is the most sustained pressure they've had in all this quarter. So we're down to the last 4.5 minutes of Q1. No score at the present moment in time. No real clear opportunities for either side just yet. But you just get the impression that Marist just might be able to break them at some stage. So good aggressive tackling coming in here from Harewood, and they get away with it and recover the ball.
Here would look to transfer the ball. Unlucky touch there from Molly Mackay-Stewart. Marist in that back four shape again, looking to extend their halves.
Yeah, and notice also you see there that their top three strikers very high, trying to cause some problems for Harewood. Again, not uncommon when you watch the men's game with Joe, because Joe's very instrumental in the game plan for Marist men as well. So a bit of a serious campaigner over the years, and a pretty good coach in that too.
Katie Bond chasing the ball now. Nice wee touch. Charlotte Lee on the ball. Always seems to make something happen for Harewood.
Nice wee touch in. Ball coming across the circle onto the foot. So some better work coming through from Harewood now. Marist. This might be a bit of an individual one-on-one if she can get through the traffic. No. Oh, she recovers the ball nicely.
I think her foot got caught on the stick there, but unlucky for Harewood.
Yeah. So down to the last, just nearly 2 minutes to go in this quarter. The arm wrestle's got a bit tighter now, so we'll just see what happens as we move through. To see if the team's just trying to tighten it up a wee bit. And Harewood unfortunately loses some unforced position, really. Well, maybe forced from here. Marist, nice flow into the circle. Not quite sure what happened there, but there was appeal for a foot by Marist, but no success. Nice recovery from Marist. Marist coming forward here again.
Last 2 minutes really important for both teams. They won't want to concede, but if they can get a goal on the board, it would definitely help their momentum going forward.
And there we have seen an unforced error from Marist, one of the few, to be fair, with a sideline restart too here. Can Harewood do anything in the last minute of the game, the quarter? Penalty just outside the circle, so they're in the right place. Nice work on the base. Ball into the middle, it's goal!
I think it was Eliza Roxbridge out on the post there after Molly Mackay-Stewart dribbled into the circle, sent a lovely ball across.
Well, Molly made a fantastic effort. She carried the ball so perfectly well around the edge of the circle until she found herself space looking for that outside post runner. Good work from Harewood. After 5 minutes of sustained pressure, we had as well. So, what's Marist going to do? They've got a few seconds in the last of Q1. Can they make something?
Jamie Eads going into the circle now, looking for a penalty.
Last 15 seconds. Marist will have to move this to get it into the net very quickly. And that'll be the end of the quarter, I'd imagine. Last 5 seconds. They'll be struggling to do anything. Get it into the mix-up. And that's the end of Q1. Observations, Georgia.
I think Marist will be pretty disappointed to not score in that first period there. Harewood, almost against the run of the play, kind of came into it in those last 5 minutes of the quarter. But I think Marist will definitely take a lot of confidence with the circle entries.
Listen, we saw Harewood very dangerous when they start getting inside that 22. First 10 minutes of that quarter, it was definitely all Marist. They just held them out. They just kept them out of their half. And that's been the difference. So if Marist can hold Harewood on their side, they will grind them out. But Harewood, give them time, give them space. They get the sniff of the net. Those strikers aren't too shabby. So we're in for a very interesting Q2 and see if Marist can come back.
Yeah, I think if Harewood get another goal up, it'll give them a lot of confidence. Often when you get one on the board, you play with a bit more confidence and just be a little bit more patient, take your time with the ball, not rush to find that result.
Okay, so a minute before the teams head back to the pitch, and we'll see what both sides can come up with on the next.
Harewood with the restart there. Bella Ambrosius on the ball. Immediately attacking in their half, which they'll like.
Yeah, it's interesting. An old coach, Paul Durham, he back in the really. Oh, quick turnover here from Marist. Can they get players forward?
Mizzy Surridge on the ball, carrying strong.
You know, as I mentioned, Paul Durham was a coach back in the 2000s for the band. Oh! Great circle penetration here from Marist. Can she get the ball across? Penalty corner. So, what's the main... so, have we got a drag flick option with Marist, or...?
Yeah, so you've got Annie Connell on the field here, so she'll be probably looking. Emily Baker as well, flicks, and also sends those balls in for those deflections.
Okay. So, they do have a fairly drilled penalty corner bracket?
Yes, definitely. Both flickers on each bracket here.
Okay. So probably go to bracket 1 to start with?
I would imagine. Maddie Wadden injecting. Annie Connell. Oh, great save from Sandy in the goal there.
Yeah, that was a nice clearance. I think that was Thomasina. Just clearing for. Okay, she got a long corner, but those clearances are really important off the keeper's pads.
Yeah, it was a well-directed flick into the bottom left corner. Wouldn't be surprised if Harewood had scouted that one.
I'd imagine so. I have to laugh because I used to play it. Everything to me is the other way around.
You know, Matt Lang, the coach of Harewood, used to coach Annie Connell at Villa, so we'll know some of her tricks.
Yeah, that was an easy give back to Marist. Marist coming to the circle now. They'll be looking for another penalty corner, I'd imagine. And it's a goal, is it? Well saved on the line. Well saved on the line by the keeper, I'm assuming. We're a bit...
Anna Willock's looking for her 14th goal of the year for Marist there.
If we can see on a bit of a replay here, not that you at home can see it, but sometimes we can.
Marist applying some more pressure again.
So yeah, we're just watching on that previous play. The keeper certainly got a really good save with her left foot, and in fact made 2 saves off the post, which wasn't easy for us to see.
Here we're looking for that aerial option again, not seeming to work for them at the moment.
Smash for the restart, just trying to find their players, just playing quietly. They'll go back around probably.
Interesting that Harewood are just holding back, letting them have the ball.
3 strikers high, with a wee bit of cover. But this is finals hockey. That can happen at finals hockey. You've just got to... Sometimes it's a balance between aggression and safety.
Definitely. It only takes one mistake or one counter and the whole game can change.
So Marist moved around the back a couple of times, trying to find the on the left-hand side.
Strong run from Georgie Mackay-Stewart out of defence there.
And we find here that Marist recycled the ball, and they've really kept it quite tight around the middle here, and forcing Marist wide. And that's the only space they're really finding. So that's okay from a defensive point of view. we're more than happy to defend them out there. It's when it comes through the middle that life becomes a little bit more interesting.
Canterbury Harewood's strengths do really lie as well through the middle. They look to find those key players, Lottie and Bella through there, and carry in, create some chances.
So I'm going to make an assumption there that Joe's understood that. Nice play here from Marist, just finding herself with some space. And he'll try and shut down the middle as much as he can, and sometimes you'll allow that outside. And Lingy will be not that dissimilar if he perceives that as a strength of the Marist side as well.
Bree Catley doing well again. She seems to be creating options when she gets the ball, so Harewood will really look to target her, I imagine.
Yeah, but she's fairly fit, she's fairly fast, so she's not easy to get hold of. Good pressure here from Harewood on the back defenders.
Arabella did well from Marist there to just remain calm, get out of that situation, keep the ball.
Overhead from Thomasina. Bella in with a jab tackle there, just keeping pressure on the ball carrier.
Both teams, when they get the ball, seem to run with it a lot and at pace. I think that's both their styles. Alice Tudor on the ball, played for Marist last year, so we're really looking to get the win against them.
Oh. Yeah, if we had Ari Burrow with us, he'd be saying that the cat was overspent and they had to get rid of her. He's a terrible man, Ari Burrow. Good rooster, but loves the chat.
Nice play here from
Oh, that was a well-weighted ball. Just a little bit harsh for our right striker to pick up for Harewood.
Katie Bond on the ball there, throwing that pass. Plays for Ringy, another schoolgirl. Made selection in the Barracudas recently.
Oh, okay. Thomasina, one of the... I have to laugh when I say one of the older players or the matriarchs of the team. I can still remember Thomasina at under 18s, for goodness sake. You know.
I see in the crowd as well, we've got Geordie Main and Libby Collins, Kendra Vaughan all used to play for Harewood. So.
And they would have played with Tom.
Yep, definitely. They won the team last year, so they'll be cheering the girls along.
Yeah. I might be just showing my age. So do you have anything, Georgia, to do with any secondary school teams?
Not anything to do in terms of coaching. My sister plays for Girls High, so I always support them, used to play for them.
Yeah, well, Dad still coaches them, doesn't he?
Yep, he still coaches them, and the Harewood boys, who unfortunately couldn't make it into a finals position this year. We're in the top 4, but got beaten by High School Old Boys in their semi.
Yeah. Yeah, I just had a wee talk to Dad. He said... we counter-attack here, we'll come back to that. We counter-attack here from Harewood. Players out left, can she find... Oh!
That same ball again from Katie. Just needs Claudia to run onto it a fraction earlier.
Yeah, it was tough enough, but they're creating some space down there. So no, Dad was just saying that that'll be a penalty for bringing the ball into danger. That the Christchurch for Federation Cup, probably possibly the top 4 teams. Nice play coming in here. Nice tackle from Marist coming into the circle. That probably some of the top 4 teams in the country will be out of Canterbury. Only 2 will have an opportunity through the crossovers to actually make the finals. Yeah,
for sure. The Christchurch teams always seem to make that top 10 at least at Fed. And when they play each other at Fed, it's always a tough encounter.
Yeah. So out of from Federation players, we've probably got 3 or 4 I'm picking up from your comments who'll play in that tournament on these 2 sides.
Playing in that tournament, so probably I think maybe 3 from Marist and 1 from Harewood.
Okay, yeah, about 4 players. That's great. So umpire Alex just bringing back the ball on Thomasina just to restart the game. I'm showing my age because it's only Tom I know. I know Bella too, but
overhead seemed to prove pretty effective. Right up into the 25. Good distance from Millie Calder. Harewood look to really attack that right-hand side. I know they love to drive the baseline.
Yeah, well, I'm noticing that I'm struggling to think of a left-side attack from Harewood in the whole match.
Potentially maybe just their one goal that they've scored the first time they went to the left with Molly driving through.
Yeah.
Reasonably quiet quarter so far. No team really having any real opportunities.
No, it's just a bit of an arm wrestle at the moment. Often Q2 can be a bit like that, and you may get to see a break right at the end of the quarter, which might break the game apart. You know, here's a prediction. We might just see Marist do as the men did, and just peg one back right at the end of the quarter to set up a exciting second half. But you know, you've got to say that Harewood's actually come back into the match. They haven't quite, the finishes hasn't quite been there outside their goal, but they've certainly created some opportunities, and their strikers, if they can just connect with the final pass, we could see some very exciting hockey here and some good scoring opportunities.
Yeah, Marist seem to be pretty secure at the back, tackling outside the circle, not allowing Harewood to get any easy chances. Again, Marist defending that well. No crash balls coming through the middle.
Strong run here coming from the back. Good tackle from number 3. Oh, that's the... who was number 3?
Anna. Really aggressive player. Always seems to get that little touch on the ball.
And she's got reach because she's a tall girl too.
Definitely an advantage.
Probably a complete pest for defenders. So the girl we mentioned here finds a nice pass inside her to one of her teammates, but well covered by Harewood. Harewood just coming through here, picks up the defensive penalty, allowing them to restart.
Good steal from Jamie there.
Yeah.
I think Harewood will really want their attackers to get a little bit more involved at the moment. Some more touches on the ball.
Well, if you actually look at this, there is a style difference. We're just not seeing Harewood stretching the game quite the same as Marist does in any space of the game. Harewood do come forward quickly when they do come forward, but they're certainly not stretching the game and trying to create some space in the middle. And I suppose we've got to say sometimes here we have young Bella starting to move forward now. And she can go like the devil on the wind, that girl, when she moves. She's only point size. My God, she can move.
Very gutsy player, always gets stuck in. Marist seemed to channel back really well and get that little touch on the ball to turn it over.
Yeah, that's just a commitment on the defence, of course. So here coming again to find Alan Wilcox, just deep on the left-hand side. Nice drag coming in. Lovely tackle. I'm not quite sure who that player is, but there was a lovely tackle on her.
Millie Calder again.
Millie Calder. And she recycles the ball back onto the sideline with a wee touch to the sideline from Marist. So currently we are in the last 4 minutes of Q2. Again, Georgia, no real serious opportunities on either net. Maybe Marist had one good one on the post.
Yeah, again we might see a goal in those last couple of minutes of the quarter. It'll be interesting to see how the leagues wear out now.
It will be. I'm gonna go out on a limb and just say Marist just might ping one back against the run of play against Harewood here and just make it a real match.
I definitely think Marist are looking to score. They're really good at it all year, and I know playing against them myself, they'll never give up right until the final whistle.
So again, some teams just seem to have styles. When do Marist normally close out games? Is it consistent effort throughout the match? or do they tend to come firing in the Q2, Q3, Q4, or?
I think they often get a goal early on in the match and then sustain that for a really long period of time.
Okay, so they're probably in a slightly unusual position at the moment, being a goal down.
Potentially, but I think this year they definitely have put many goals in the back of the net, and it's getting well accustomed to them on holding on to leads. You can see they beat Harewood last time 6-1.
Oh, goodness me. Yeah, that's a big score in any game, especially against top contenders. Yeah, Harewood would have not enjoyed that at all.
Marist been in the final, having never won as well. It'll be interesting to see how they cope with the pressure. Harewood, well used to being in the CPL final.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm just trying to look at our notes here, and I can't actually tell when Harewood last won a final, but I'm assuming it might have been a few years ago, because Carlton Redcliffe's have been pretty dominant in the final matches in the last 4 or 5 years. Would that be fair?
Yeah, I would say so. I can't remember the result last year, but I definitely remember years before that Harewood winning consecutive years in a row.
Okay, so it's a good, strong team. So we've got the last 2 minutes coming. Can either side just break? Not necessarily deadlock. Here's Bella down the right wing. Can she link up with her high striker?
Got Charlotte Lee sprinting down the middle, looking to get in the circle.
Nice intercept there. Important intercept.
Cara Morrison doing really well there to get that crucial touch.
Going to play here from Harewood. Just stretching them and whipping the game out.
Passing seems to be coming together really nicely.
Yeah, Bella just put the ball up there, and then deflected off a Harewood Marist stick, so just danger. So again, we're in the last minute now. Can Marist pull one out of the bag, or can Harewood just sustain the pressure for 1 more minute? And we'll go to the half.
Harewood pressing pretty aggressively again, switching in and out of that half court and that aggressive press. Atkinson on the ball here. She's wanting to keep the ball at this crucial moment of the game, last 20 seconds.
Yeah, no, she'll just be a bash away. And
managed.
What can Bella do in the last 10 seconds? Big cross pass, and it had to be saved.
I think Ellie Duncan got a touch on that there in the circle, so really important touch from Sasha in the goal.
That had to be saved. So last 3 seconds, I'd say that will be the end of the half. And there we go. We go to the half time with Harewood one goal up against Marist. Comments, observations, Georgia?
I think Harewood have come back into the match a little bit now, probably having a little bit more possession in that quarter potentially, but no real scoring opportunities from either team. So I think this quarter 3 will be really crucial. It's often a time teams either do really well, or sometimes the game can be decided in that third quarter.
Absolutely. So yeah, the pressure will be on both sides. Can Harewood hold out with using the experience of their older players? Will Marist, as the young bucks, be able to pick themselves up and come back from one goal down? So yeah, we'll have a wee break here as we have half time.
special mention to Catering in a Box for supplying us with some lovely sausage rolls at half time.
Absolutely, a bit of a warm-up because it has got a bit colder since our men's match. Eastleigh's come in and the crowds come in, so we've got Marist with the restart. So Marist, it's all for them now to take the game to Harewood. Probably Harewood had the slight advantage in the second quarter, so yeah, we'll see what Marist can do.
I can imagine the crowd will start to get a little bit louder in the second half. The lights have come on now, it's getting a bit more intense.
And straight away we've got Marist just breaking the circle entry. Cool, calm Harewood, bring the ball out. Good pressure, I mean this is hot pressure on Marist, and they get the reward. They get a turnover, players are forward. Nice intercept pass there. Was there a wee penalty there somewhere? Obviously there's a wee foot or something there outside the circle, not quite sure where.
Marist did really well to win the ball back and apply pressure to anyone every time they get the ball, wherever they are on the field.
Yep, so Marist with the restart, just trying to pinch. So young Bella again. Some tight tackling there, trying to get their ball away, but that was a cheap turnover for Harewood. That was a bit silly.
Everyone bunched in the middle of the field at the moment.
Yeah, they just need to quieten it down and just get a bit of composure again. Let's just settle it down, troops.
That touch we were talking about from Anna before, that slight edge, gives Marist an awesome opportunity.
Again, a cheap turnover and a penalty corner. Cheap turnover from Harewood. That's just still discipline and just poor passing coming out. Harewood come in, go back to the right-hand side in a excellent penalty corner.
Marist will be pretty keen to convert this. Start of the second half, put pressure on Harewood.
This will be telling. So again, as we mentioned, it's the girl. Who was the top goal scorer here? The girl Catley, is it?
That's for Harewood. So Anna is the top goal scorer for Marist, but so
she's number 10.
Yep, number 3. Okay. But we've got Annie Connell and Emily Baker on the brackets. Okay. Emily on the left bracket, number 10.
So to this first bracket, sweep it in, and it's in! So we've seen a deflection come off the Harewood first runner potentially, maybe the second runner.
And the girl we just talked about, Anna Willox from Marist. I think got a touch on the reverse stick there.
Bit of eyes on eye, Georgia. So I'm watching the replay a wee bit here. So we'll just carry on with the game and I'll see if I can come back to it. But it was an excellent goal. Put the goalkeeper, made the goalkeeper log. And yes, you are right. A wee reverse deflection off the left-hand post, coming into the right-hand post, attacking. Great goal.
Great delivery from Emily Baker on the first bracket there. Nice low, hard and flat, so Anna could get that touch on the ball. Interesting to see how Harewood responds to this now.
Well, he would have to score now. They have to come right back at them hard. Otherwise, I think Marist will just grind Harewood down.
It's Bella Ambrosius on the ball, looking for an entry to the circle. She does well.
Trying to find her postie, and she wasn't far off.
Everyone appealing for a PC, and opposite umpire has said, yep, that is a PC.
So she must have been off her foot. So, yep, that was definitely, as you said, Rachel Murphy indicating to Alex that her foot was indeed touched.
That's the danger with Harewood. You don't want to let them have a free shot from the top of the circle. They will usually either get a goal or some sort of result from that. You've got Millie Calder on the first bracket, probably looking to flick it, or Thomasina on the second bracket, looking for those deflections.
Yeah, she'll be putting in a sweep pass in. So Harewood on the bracket, ready to start. So two Thomasina at the top, as you said, flick in.
Looking for the exact same corner that Marist just scored from, actually.
So without looking at a replay, not quite sure where the deflector was coming in. It was an accurate pass, it was nice and flat. Keeper did well just to log and deflect that over the sideline.
There's Bella again entering the circle.
Nice, oh!
I think think that hit a Harewood foot coming across there, so the umpire's just awarded a free hit out.
Lovely pass though from Bella, so just a bit of unfortunate there. So she's dangerous around that circle edge.
Great touch from Eliza Roxburgh-Judd there, just setting Marist back.
Unforced error here for Marist, giving Harewood the ball back again.
Harewood definitely responding to that goal, not happy about it, wanting to get one of their own.
And they shouldn't be, and they can't afford to be, you know. Ball straight into the circle, so not travelled 5 metres, so...
You can see that aggressive press from Marist, not allowing them to transfer the ball and trap down on that left-hand side. Emily Baker on the ball.
So the pocket rocket, Bella again on the ball, just on the penalty.
Katie Bond just nice and calm, looking to go back, keep hold of the ball.
Nice work here, opening some space for her. Must be back in the sticker a wee kick there.
Yeah, Katie I'd say would be the youngest one in this Harewood team, but he's done really well in that midfield, crucial role. He's keeping hold of the ball, making chances.
So again, at school or?
Yep, Katie's at Rangi, so they came third last night in the school competition. I think she won the winning shootout actually.
Okay. Good turnover here from Harewood. Players are forward. Can they link? No.
Alice Trudell just looking to send that ball up to Ellie Duncan, who couldn't get on the end of it. Alice, another one of those girls who have made selection in the Barracudas from the Harewood team, alongside Eliza Roxburgh-Judd and McKeely Jones. And obviously Katie, who we mentioned before.
Oh, we've seen the first card for not retreating 5 metres. So who's going for a wander?
I think it might have been Anna there. She was a bit caught off guard. I think she was trying to look back, but unfortunately just hit her foot.
Yeah, and what's going to happen is when it comes to finals times, umpires will get a little bit harsher on that when the game gets a bit tighter. Thomasina with the cross. Oh! Nice save from the keeper there. Great deflection.
Great touch from Bella.
Was it Bella who got the touch?
I think Bella got the touch. Sasha got a little glove to it in the goal there.
So, yeah, nice hockey all round there.
Really crucial save, I think, from Sasha. They really don't want to let Harewood get on the score sheet.
Absolutely not.
They also want to hold the ball while they've got one player down here.
Yeah, they'll just try and chew the clock. Turn over here, and she's got space. Tom Hall, and she blew it.
Lottie injecting herself into the game there with a pretty open shot. She'll be disappointed about that one.
Yeah, it's a bit disappointing from it. I'd actually be quite disappointed with that. The Harewood player ran off the 5 metres, took the ball nearly on the 5 metre mark, and Harewood actually run away with a card. So, and the shot was dangerous. So I think Alex just needed to settle it down and reset that. Wasn't a card.
Great run from Ellie Duncan to receive that. Oh, hard luck on the baseline, just went over. Both teams with the player off now, so even again.
Even again. But Harewood has certainly picked it up since they've conceded that goal. Marist have hardly come out of their half again.
I think they're looking to put those Marist players under a bit more pressure, as Marist were doing in that first half, and it seems to be paying off for them.
So again, halfway through, just over halfway through this Q3, and scores are still tied up at 1-1, but Harewood seem to have had the territorial advantage again. And again, they break through. This will be a shot on goal. She's on her own. She'll have to have a crack. Great save from number 12 from Marist.
Arabella just got her stick in there, preventing Ali from having a shot.
Yeah, good defence.
See, Ali really got in behind the defence there, which Marist won't be too happy about. Yeah, the coach Joe telling them to come on, mark their players.
The general. Yeah, speculator coming in for a deflector onto the circle. Bell just not quite. Bell Ambrose just not quite able to get onto the end of that. But he would have to be happy with his passage of play in the last 5 minutes. They've really taken it to Marist. They won't obviously be happy about conceding the previous goal. Yep.
The Marist plays back on from her card now. Still the Harewood player sitting down. So now Marist have a slight advantage. See if they can use this.
And another unforced error from Marist. So, you know, is the pressure starting to tell on Marist? It'll be interesting to see if they can just stay in it. So again, vice versa, unforced error from Harewood. So a silly error really. Looks like Harewood about to go to full complement again.
Marist will really want to get the ball up the other end and apply some pressure to Harewood for a while. They've absorbed it well, but they want to create some chances.
Again, turnover from Harewood. Ball coming forward. And she makes it. But, yeah, just couldn't create anything there. I think that's a long corner. Sideline hit. Got an advantage there. She has got into the circle. Can she pick up a PC or put that? Oh! Well, that was a wasted opportunity, Georgia. Harewood player had that ball under control, then lost control. It would have been an opportunity just to pop it back onto the spot or off the left post for a deflect.
Again, a really nice run from Molly Mackay-Stewart. Created the first goal, so she seems to be pretty effective around that circle edge.
Absolutely. So some pretty ferocious defence going in here. Again, nice wee pass, a slip pass onto the baseline, not held by Harewood.
Marist hanging on at the moment in the defence.
Just. But in saying that, they're also quite tenacious. Harewood actually need to have a think about it. They just can't get stuck down in that right-hand corner. Maybe it's time to change the tactics, bring it out, come around the other side, and let's not try and drive that, because that can get very frustrating and non-productive after a period of time. So we're in the last 5 minutes, the last 4.5 minutes of the Q3. The scores are still tied up. And yeah, we'll see what either side can do in the next 4 minutes.
Yeah, although Harewood, here goes Emma Illiburn with the ball.
So the ball was just put up high into the knee, but she needs to get her, if she mucks around there.
Harewood have got to be careful there. Don't want to hit the ball away at this stage. Get sent off, get a corner.
Oh, I was grimacing.
Caitlin Hughes driving the baseline.
Nice work from Harewood. Scrambling defence, good pressure.
Although Harewood have had a lot of the possession, it is still only 1-1. So Marist can score against the run of the play, and it changes the whole game. You
can say that again very, very quickly. Good pressure here from Marist in the middle. Really good pressure. And she's still going. Can she get through? Cleared by the keeper. Nice clearance. But good work from Marist. Busting 3 tackles coming into the attacking circle. Awesome
effort from Jamie there. She's a first year player in the team coming from up north.
Okay.
A little bit of a tangle there. Not sure what way it should have gone.
Oh, no, that was okay. Unfortunately, the Harewood player just went over top of the ball and hit the Marist stick. So just one of those things that happened. But probably the right call.
Both goalkeepers made some important saves so far.
Absolutely. So here Marist coming, nice work here. She's still got the ball. Just need to control the ball a bit more, girls. And Again, ferocious screens and defence from Marist, really making it difficult for Harewood to break out easily.
You get the impression the fatigue may be sitting in now.
Now this is a great opportunity. And stroke. Oh! Harewood still got the ball.
And that was saved off the goalie, didn't quite go out. Cleared and then rebounded by Harewood.
So there's some exciting hockey going on here. The girls are playing really well, both sides. So balls come into the circle. Harewood get a wee deflect. Pressure on.
Bree Catley did really well to get a shot away there with that pressure from Marist.
So we've got two minutes to go on the clock for Q3. And you can see the tendency starting to get up all the time.
Desperation starting to come into it now. A few players diving around.
Absolutely, and you'd expect that. I mean, they'll be desperate to make. So nice overhead here. Marist clear on the right hand side, and they've got players in front. So this is Harewood come away with the ball. Good control.
Good run from Ayla from Marist there. Lovely overhead from Arabella, I think it was.
Absolutely, it was a nice overhead. So Harewood again coming onto the right half roll. Still moving forward. Can she find a hot striker? Penalty here. Restart. Long corner. Down to the last 50 seconds. So Harewood probably on one of the few last plays of the quarter. Ball going into the mixer.
Dangerous off the Marist stick.
Yep.
They're wanting the ball back quickly, looking to crash it into the circle.
30 seconds left on that clock, 35 to go.
Oh, may have been a foot there. Umpire didn't see it.
No, he didn't. No, and Harewood appealing.
Right down the other end now with Marist on the ball. Keely Hughes taking it up. It's a little bit too far for Maddie Wadden there.
Yeah, and from the hockey gods are a wee bit kind to Harewood there, because unkind and kind, because it would have been a bit of a travesty if Marist had been able to take it when it should have been a penalty corner in the other circle. But here's Harewood trying to have the last gasp on the hooter, and that's the quarter.
Last minute end-to-end stuff.
And scores still tied up for 1-1. What are the coaches going to be telling the sides, Georgia?
I think the Harewood coaches will be wanting them to kind of keep doing what they're doing. They're attacking well with pace. They're getting into the circle. They just need some results. You know, Kate Choliv's back there after being away from Italy a few weeks ago. So she'll be really wanting the attack to get in there, get hungry. I think Marist will probably want to just hold the ball again as they were in that first quarter. Just get control of it and then really use their chances when they get up into that attacking 25, as they may be a little bit limited.
Well, let's see what the teams actually execute in the next 17 and a half minutes. So, minute to go before we start the next quarter for the final Q4. And we'll see what side comes out on top. Hopefully not a draw.
Yeah, we could be going to a shootout potentially.
Oh, I hate shootouts.
Marist did well winning the shootout versus Carlton Redcliffs, as we said earlier.
I'm
Sasha
old
in the goal.
school, Georgia. I like strokes. I used to go stroking, go head to head with the old man. Your dad was one of the best penalty corner strikers in Canterbury in his day, and also a very good stroke taker. So that's quite a few years ago now.
Yeah, I know. He was almost about to take the CPL field this year, but luckily it didn't.
Yeah, we were a bit short on a couple of times.
Maybe Kate Choliv should get back out there for Harewood. I know she would love to.
That's like saying that I'm going to go back on the field. It's never going to happen. Come on. We're old. Bones don't work as well. Okay, start of the Q4.
Imagine will be a pretty frantic quarter. We've got pretty fair crowd for Marist and Harewood, so
yeah, the crowds are good for both sides, and it's great to see folks down watching the final. So Marist with a very good restart here down the right hand side. Good metres gain, still carrying the ball, picks up a penalty on the inside 5.
Marist will be wanting to start this quarter as they did the second quarter. Was it when they scored?
Yep, got a PC, didn't they? Yep, so long corner. So good pressure against Harewood here. Can the youngsters from Marist bring home the gold? Searching ball in, a speculator in, she's got it in, and that's a penalty corner, came off the foot.
Lovely deflection from the top of the circle there. I don't know who that was off, unfortunately, and then Ayla picks it up on the circle, has a good wee shot, but Sandy Mitchell, the goalie, did well to keep that out.
Yeah, well, unfortunately the keeper won't be that happy because she would have preferred to put it to the side, but that's fine. But yeah, again, a speculator came in, shot was put on, something happened, they get a result. And that's what hockey's about. So, well done, Marist. And we'll see what they can do with see if they can convert this. So what are they going to do? Are they going to have another crack at what they did last time?
I think they'll be looking to go to Emily Baker on the first bracket here.
Deflection wasn't in. And
Marist appealing for a PC and they get it.
We have another penalty corner. Must have come off a foot. Called by Alex Stewart on the as the non-engaged umpire.
I think slight mistrap on the top of the circle, but it looked like they were looking for Anna on that reverse again.
Yep. So we're resetting now for the second penalty corner. Big D from the Harewood's going to be required. Injection comes. Oh, the ball's floating in the circle. Good work, Harewood.
Good running from Harewood. I think Riley Knapp got a touch on there, and it just allowed that shot to be stopped before it got to the keeper, and then a little bit of a scramble, but won it in the end.
Good work, Harewood.
Harewood goalie Sandy's first year in the team, and she's done really well.
So there's going to be a card here. Umpire Murphy not happy with the tackle.
I think it was just a green card by the looks of it, so 2 minutes off. Marist still go chasing for the ball, unfortunately dispossessed.
So Harewood again coming forward, got the extra person on the pitch now. Can they take advantage of it?
These cards may cost them in the last quarter as everyone gets tired. Marist are going to have to work a little bit harder for the extra player off the field right now.
So what we're seeing now is, of course, cards at this stage of the game. Had a couple of greens. If the players start getting tired, then you can find maybe the consequences get escalated a wee bit as the pressure comes on.
A bit tired, you don't execute your basics well, chucking a wee stick.
Chucking a wee stick, or you're chucking a silly little foot. A little professional foul can end up in these sort of games being quite costly.
So here we get the ball for the first time in this quarter, really, up in their attacking 25.
Yeah, the right half didn't really read that well, and she really should have come onto that hard, but she'll get penalty. She's got an advantage against her. She needs to be a wee bit careful.
Marist midfield really starting to come into the game now. Jamie Eads, number 14, taking the ball up and creating a few opportunities for them.
Yep. Although she's looking like she's after a sub, so she's really sore or pretty tired. She's calling for to get off the pitch. So Harewood with her, he starts speculator coming into the net, and that's going to be a PC.
Unlucky, I think it just touched off the Marist stick before the circle, and then those wobbly ones are always hard to control.
Yep, and just bounced into the feet of the Marist player, so here's an opportunity for Harewood. So again, we're either going to have a Thomasina to the right, I'm presuming she's on, I can't quite tell at the moment, which will be...
So they've got Millie Calder on the first bracket, Charlotte Lee on the second.
Yeah, so it won't be... So both drag flickers.
Millie flicks, Lottie doesn't. I wouldn't be surprised if this one goes short to Bree Catley.
Okay.
Harewood special, they've scored a few times this year off it.
And what, looking for the right-hand post?
Yep, just looking for that straight shot.
Okay.
Well, it goes to the second.
Comes wide, comes in, PC, off the foot.
Look for that layoff left, which they actually scored twice against Carlton the other night doing that.
Okay.
Very effective.
That was fairly well executed. It just hit the Marist foot. So we'll see what they come up to on the next corner.
I would imagine Marist would have looked at that, found a way to defend it, hopefully.
Well, you know, with the cello video feeds, it's not hard, and I know the coaches record most of these games now. So here on the setup.
Bella injecting, potentially looking for Millie this time. No, it
Goes
goes to the second again, looking for the same
coming
corner.
Across. Oh, and it's in! thought, Georgia, that the cross across the top of the circle was just too slow, but it snuck across. We got a wee shot, we got a wee pass down to the left-hand post, and then it just tapped in by, I'm not sure, I presume it was Bella who tapped it in.
Yeah, I think Marist were probably expecting a straight shot from Bree, but I think Bree just pushed it in, and potentially, just looking at the replay, it might have gone through the goalie's legs. Yeah, just through the goalie's legs. Yep, wasn't Bella at all, it was the first shot. No, excellent work. So here we're 2-1 up. We're sitting at, oh goodness, I can't quite see the scoreboard. Around 10 minutes to go. So plenty of time for Marist to come back and equalise and tie this game up again. But will the old stalwarts of Harewood just shut the ball down? Not if they're going to do passes like that. Cheap turnover for Marist, for Harewood. And Marist come forward. Bit of a scramble, but they hold possession. Harewood will be used to being in this position. They like being a goal up and in a final. It's something they're used to. So it'll be interesting to see Marist's response. Wonder if they'll take their goalie off at some point. Oh, that will go without.
It's when, not if. So the discussion will be, is it the 4th, 5th or 6th minute? Marist is a coaching team, knowing both Joe and previous coaches, sometimes are quite aggressive in that, and they'll bring them off quite early. I would imagine by the 4th minute we'll see the keeper off if the scores are still at the same.
Crossed across by Anna there. Georgie got a wee touch.
And if Matt Harewood by any chance actually gets the ball across, I wouldn't imagine it goes to 3-1. I would imagine the keeper could be off a lot earlier than that. So folks that may not be aware of that, why coach might do that, just gives them an extra field player and usually creates a wee bit of confusion for the defence if well executed, because they always have an extra player they can't mark out of the game.
During the week when Harewood played Carlton in the semi-final, Carlton took their keeper off and scored 2 goals within that time, I'm pretty sure.
Wow.
So it proved effective for them, just ran out of time at the end, but Harewood will not want that to happen again.
Absolutely not. It's a funny reverse pressure. You'd think it's you take your keeper off, it's the opposition is all easy for them.
Tough outlet right in the corner here.
Yep, no one likes it out, but nicely removed out, and I think, Harewood still with the ball in possession, and they take the sideline hit. Oh, she's fine. Just sideline hit. The Harewood supporters screaming for a card.
Well, it just been 5 metres there, I think.
Oh, she was 5 metres, it's okay. So Harewood again making a nice run down the base here. She's still got control of the ball, and it's a penalty corner. So Marist made the mistake, and the deflection was into the body of the Harewood player, number 8 I think it was, and PC. Great run by Harewood down the baseline.
8 minutes to go. If Harewood score this, I imagine it would be pretty hard for Marist to come back.
I'll give you that, but I also would imagine that the keeper will come off pretty much straight away, and we'll be playing with 11 field players. Because the reality is Bartholomew won't have much choice. He's got to get goals. He's got to put pressure on Harewood, and the only way to do that is bring that extra field player on. Doesn't matter if you lose 6-1. You've got to have a crack. To the second bracket again. Pass in, and it'll be a penalty corner for a foot.
Looking for that narrow right deflection by the looks of it.
But good pressure still sitting on the Marist. A great way to attack is to, defenders to attack, and he would have. Will chew off another minute with this play. So 8 minutes to go in the game. Harewood up 2-1. Can they score the 3rd goal and maybe put Marist away? To the first bracket now. It's going to be a drag. Great save on the line. I'm thinking that was the keeper saving it.
Yeah, Sasha got a touch on that flick from Millie there. They'll be well used to each other, so Millie will be knowing where to go and Sasha will know where Millie's going.
Okay. So again, speculator into the circle, not effective.
You would have to be careful crashing the ball in there. There was only a couple people behind.
Absolutely. And Marist will be dangerous on the counter. So here's Harewood coming forward again. The pass wasn't quite accurate enough. Harewood couldn't get onto the end of it. Sideline.
We talked about how the teams who played that game during the week will go, but I think Harewood, almost by the looks of it, look like they're still running pretty easily.
Yeah. Well, they look a little bit more athletic up front. They've probably got another couple of extras. So Harewood again coming through. Ball coming in. Held control. Nice defence. Still got the ball. She's put it in the front. And we're going to have another penalty corner. I'm not quite sure what that was for, but not quite sure what. Maybe back.
I think the umpire was maybe signalling to the back of the stick potentially, but there was great strength by the Harewood player, Eliza, on the baseline to make something of that chance.
Yeah. So Harewood again in control. 6.5 to go. Penalty corner attack.
So Harewood have all their players but one up at the top of the circle right now, so they have to be careful.
Ooh, yeah. No, I wouldn't be happy if I was a keeper. Yep, no, they're just bringing another person back, and I'd be putting Thomasina with a sweep in, and it's off the foot of the Harewood player. So good idea. They're using that option. You're looking for the deflect or the ball going dead on the keeper's pants.
Marist have one player quite high, right up at the 25 now, who I'm not sure Harewood's aware of.
No, they have just picked her up now, but they need to be a bit quicker than that because that's what's going to punish them. Marist coming in. And she recovers. So this is the player we're talking about who was unmarked. She's got a penalty outside the circle.
Great stick work from Emma.
So last 5.5 to go. Good covering tackle, long quarter from Thomasina. Keeper's off. Probably about right.
Yeah, around 5 minutes to go.
Yeah, I probably would have gone at 4 myself, but not unsurprising from Joe. So he would need to get forward here. They need to get one of these strikers high and wide.
Will need to be careful here. Would have been attacking them pretty heavily in this quarter, so they need to be pretty tight.
So here's where the tactics become really difficult. So what do Harewood do? Do they try and keep attacking, knowing there's an extra field player on? The psychological part of this is absolutely staggering. And as you mentioned, Redcliffe came back with them with 2 goals on Wednesday night by taking the keeper off.
Now, I think Marist need to get some players high here and really stretch out that Harewood defence, and therefore it will limit their attacking opportunities, as they'll have to mark them up pretty tightly.
So at the moment, everyone's marked up down the back. They are now starting to stretch. We won't be on the screen, but I'm watching down. So here's Harewood coming forward again. Can they get? They've got a player forward. Bella's there. She's quick enough. Can she control it from the sideline? She keeps it in. Can she get in the circle? Oh! Straight across the front. Marist just nudging it out. But great work from Harewood here. Again, keeps the pressure on the net. Best place to defenders to attack, and that puts the pressure back onto Marist. So
interesting, Harewood is still looking to attack rather than hold that ball in the corner, as some teams do when they're winning.
You've got to have the skill. You've got to have a couple of skillful players to do that. If it was your old man, that's exactly what he'd do. And John Radonovich from our vintage, we'd be screaming at them, and they would go and do it. And it was not necessarily pretty hockey, but it was finals hockey.
The pass really put Emily Baker under pressure at the back there, looking to transfer, but maybe not the position of the field to do so.
So again, we're down to the last 3.5 minutes.
There's 2 strikers pretty high.
Good. Oh, bad luck. Good pressure from Harewood though. She needs to get back now. Harewood just need to hold possession. Needs to be safe, and a quick turnover from Marist. And they've got players forward. The left striker is and the ball deflects up into the Harewood defender. Harewood just got a get out of jail card. If that ball had slipped left, the Marist player was completely free with no markers.
Again, Jamie picks up a nice intercept in the midfield.
So he would need to just balance time delay, overhead, and try and hold possession. So
you can see Bella's in really high here, but now Marist are attacking. So
they need to get their. That's back in the stick, but that's going to be 16, so we're okay. It's getting quite exciting. So again, you're looking here. Bella Ambrosius. Ambrosius? Yep, they're sitting right in the attacking circle. Yep, she'll get pinged for that.
Harewood will be tempted to use the long ball, but not effective when Marist have an extra player.
Dangerous ball here. Good work from Harewood. We are now in the last 2 minutes of the match. Can Harewood hold on? Can Marist come back with that equaliser? Wow. This game could go any way yet.
Very full press from Marist. Millie will look to overhead. Oh, dangerous ball.
Yeah. Good work, good tactics here from Marist. Harewood need to be careful. This is the time to bring everyone back. Oh, and not do that. Slow it down now, Harewood. Yep. I'm going to say very good professionally there, Harewood. Start doing off knowing the umpire's going to bring you back. Waste another 10 seconds. Yeah, that comes out of the Leslie. That would be a Leslie who'd do that. Sorry, Chris.
Not Georgia Leslie.
Here's a comeback now. Marist on the roll. They've got players forward. Harewood on the scramble. Harewood need to get back. They need to recycle this ball. We're down to the last minute now.
Marist need to keep moving the ball, using the extra player, not get caught dribbling.
So Marist going to put a speculator in. Long corner. Last 45 seconds. Marist restart. Can they get it back in the circle? This is going to go to a PC. We're going to go down to the wire. Speculator coming in. That is it. A free. I told you it'd be a corner.
The crowd are loving it here. Almost had a goal scoring opportunity. I think there was 2 Marist players in front of the keeper, but couldn't quite push it in. Then crash ball comes in and a penalty corner. Wow.
So here we go. This will be the last play of full-time, guys. We will now go to those 6 girls, 6 women in that net. The championship rests on their hands. If they can save this, they are the champions.
Marist put everyone around the circle, not letting it come out of that 5-metre mark.
Here we go, injection coming. Ball in, trap, sweep in, it's in! And it's in! It's a shootout!
Marist saved the day right on the final whistle. Emily Baker, again, sending a great flat ball in. I think it might have gone straight in the goal, to be honest.
I think it went straight in the goal. It was a fantastic strike. Let's just have a wee look on the replay. You folks can't see this at home. So we see it go to the top battery, and we're going to be watching a snapshot here. Powerfully hit, bang, straight in the net.
To the bottom left corner.
And that was just pure power and accuracy. So, wow. Now, Georgia, who's going to win on the shootout?
Yeah, Harewood will be pretty gutted to draw it right at that final whistle. Marist obviously had success in the shootout versus Carlton last weekend. So we'll see. Harewood have some pretty experienced shootout takers though. Okay,
so for our folks that don't know the full format of shootouts, the shootout will start with the attacker on the 22, the goalkeeper on the baseline. There will be 8 seconds to attempt to score a goal, and we have five attempts, and the winner of those will obviously take the match. Now, during this time, it does bring in other elements of the game. Firstly, being penalties and penalty strokes. So, if there is an infringement by the keeper, you can have a reset or you can have a penalty stroke. So, keepers still have to be careful. It opens it up quite a bit.
Pretty hard mentally for the players as well. You've just played a tough game, and now the 5 players who step up have a lot of pressure on their hands. You've got a big crowd here. You would think the players who have done it before will step up and take them, but it will be interesting to see how each team copes with it.
Yeah, listen, it's all a head game now for the strikers. Keepers, this is keeper. But this is just what keepers do. They love this. They'll just lamp it up. The pressure comes back on the strikers now, and I can tell you, last year High School Boys won the men's premier. Our top striker, Jack Gilbert, your coach, bailed. He couldn't do it. He didn't. His head wasn't in the game, and we just fronted up with Angus McGregor, who just casually walked up and won the game. So it's really, it is a mind game.
Well, that's the thing. Some players can surprise you. So you put someone in who maybe hasn't done a shootout before, and they do really well. So it'll be interesting to see the tactics from the goalkeepers as well, whether they come charging out at the players, whether they hold back. But I think they'll both have experience in this field.
Yeah, well, it's been around the game a wee while now, and mobility for the keepers, the keeping. if he or she can stay on their feet, that puts the pressure back on the striker. But you'll tend to find the striker will try and take the keeper one way and then drag across. But where the strikers sometimes fail is they don't do that extra drag or the width of that drag to actually beat the keeper, because the keeper's expecting it. So good striker will go to the go to their left foot and come back twice often to find the gap on the right hand post. But we'll see. There might be some players really quite happy to take a first shot.
Yeah, and the 8 seconds is really long. You get a rebound off the goalie, you can still slot it in.
Yeah. Well, what you don't know, we played this in 1992, and we had 10 seconds. This is not. So here we have Bella coming in for Harewood again. Harewood, the keeper's just holding back, not engaging. Great composure by Bella, and she takes the first goal for Harewood. Good tactics from the keeper there. She just kept her feet, kept the distance, and put the pressure on the striker. So I thought she defended that quite well. Obviously not the result she wanted, but that was cool from Bella. So who's the next?
So we've got Anna Willock stepping up.
So again, taken to the left. Oh, save!
Awesome stick save from Sandy in the goal there.
Awesome save. Awesome save there.
That's the risk that some players take going on the reverse. The keeper also has their stick there, so.
And that's why we talk about going on the. People forget what reach the keeper has on that right hand side on their right.
Yeah, Bree Catley stepping up now.
So again, she gets a lot closer. Yep, the big swing round through the middle, 2-1 up.
Really well done. It's hard for the goalkeeper to see where the ball is when the player turns their back on them. So really great tactic from Bree.
So let's see, we need to, so if the Redcliffe keeper can keep this one out, Harewood.
Missy Surridge stepping up.
No, she's down, she will lose this. This is what I was talking about. If the keeper goes down too soon, they get stranded. So mistake there from the keeper. She needs to stay on her feet and just keep the pressure on the striker.
Missy could see that the goalkeeper committed last time on the reverse, so a little fake and then roll around. Millie Calder now. A little tussle.
So scores are now even.
Didn't quite get hold of the ball there, I don't think.
So I always lose counts. That's why you have people sitting in the middle writing these down. But I think we're all tied up on the shootout at the moment, aren't we?
I think so. Jamie Eads.
Nice goal.
Sneaks in on the reverse. Sandy went down again, looking to intercept there. Jamie proves a big sigh of relief. Swipe across the forehead.
I should have been keeping score of losing track. So this will be the fourth from Harewood.
Charlotte Lee. Loses the ball slightly.
She's a little bit. She's got to hurry now, and she gets it in.
So we were talking about the rebounds, but the 8 seconds is really long, so they still have time to send it in the back of the net.
We tried 10. Doesn't sound long, but it is. You're right. So I've lost count of scores now. So I think he would need Marist needs to score this to actually equal it up again. Good work from the keeper. Good work.
So I think if Harewood score now, they have potentially won.
Yeah.
This is their...
Yes, sorry, Georgia, I've just lost... So that was great work from the keeper. She stayed on her feet and committed right at the last end.
I think this is their last shootout taker, Georgie Mackay-Stewart.
And it's in! And they have won! Harewood Premier Woman take the Signbiz Premier Women's 2022 Championship in shootout.
Yeah, Marist will be pretty gutted. They were looking for that first CPL Women's title, but they did really well to hang on through the game, get that PC run in full time, but I think Harewood, very experienced in this situation, played many finals before.
I agree with that. All due credit to Marist. Didn't give up, scored on the final whistle, took it to shootout. Hey, they gave themselves a shot at it. Yep, they didn't come through, but no, yeah. good hockey all round. And well done to the Harewood team, coming through under a pressure situation and then just working it through and coming through with the shootout. Well done. So thanks very much for us watching our commentaries and our games this afternoon. We'd like just to obviously thank the support of Signbiz, the major sponsors of both the Premier Leagues and Canterbury Hockey, for putting this on for us this afternoon. Many thanks, and we'll see you next season.